welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another day of South America DPC Division 2. We have ourselves an interesting matchup. One of the teams that is kind of contesting to try and get away from that bottom spot where they're tied up right now with Wolf Team. That is Inverse, and their opponents are actually a team that has done pretty well for themselves so far. And that is, of course, the Gorilla's Pride. My name is Dktruman, and joining me for the cast is Wingblade. Well, what are your thoughts behind this opening match?
I'm just very curious what gorillas are proud of. Like, it really got me thinking.
I mean, they are pretty big, like muscular. They've got very nice pink asses. I guess that's, something to be proud of.
True. Those are indeed very important factors to pride. Yeah. No, that makes total sense. Like maybe having the biggest back or the highest amount of bananas.
Yeah.
It actually all makes sense now. No further questions, Your Honor.
He knows exactly now why. Isn't it called... No, wait, that's a lion group, right? It's called a pride? What's a group of gorillas? Ah, well.
I'm not sure.
Maybe it's also a pride. Oh, well, we'll have to wait and see what it is going to be, because the draft has started and we'll be jumping in immediately to see what the picks are going to be. And it looks like they banned out the Deuce, and, well, the Weaver is like a hard 100% ban every single time, but the Tide is also a fan favorite of the region.
So apparently a group of gorillas is called a troop.
Hello, friend.
Okay.
The more you know.
Yep. It's always very useful to know that kind of stuff. I know that a crows, like a group of crows, is called a murder, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know who came up with it, but it sounds amazing. So far. Interesting start to the draft. Minus armor on one hand with 2 strength heroes, and the other one more of a guerrilla warfare type of draft with the Hoodwink Tusk jumping out of the trees.
10 seconds. Radiant's turn to ban.
I'm curious where the Hoodwink is gonna play. And same for the Tusk. Because Hoodwink could technically be mid, off lane 4 or 5. Tusk could be 3, 4 or 5.
I saw Hoodwink offlane yesterday. It was, I think, Inverse that picked it themselves. They got destroyed because the Hoodwink literally did nothing.
5 seconds
But that was actually a pretty cool game, because they were playing with... One side was playing with Io offlane and the other one with Hoodwink offlane. So you pretty much had 2 cores, 3 supports on both teams.
Seems good.
No. It really wasn't, though. They did manage to win because the Lesh went out of control, and in their Inverse opponents, well, they're top of the board for a reason.
Radiant's ban now.
Infinity Squad, but right now, I can see a mouse in my screen. Don't tell me I've got this bug again. Me and Kips a couple of days ago had it so that when the game started, we were watching one of the players' view. So we had to restart the entire game because Valve, I guess, broke something where we had literally player's view. I couldn't even see like half the map because of smoke and everything. Hopefully that's not the case.
Right. So you could do some first-person casting. Interesting.
Yeah, well, first-person cameras always make me very nauseous on how fast those people can like see stuff on the map.
Yeah. Watching a team fight in player perspective for a professional player is nauseating indeed. They go so fast. Maybe that's why I never made it controlling the camera with WASD. Oh well. We're gonna see a Monkey King ban, and Gorilla's Pride is taking their sweet time on this second phase ban. Don't they know that in the second phase you just have to ban random carries with high pick rate?
I mean, so far I'd just be careful of like a full-on armor reduction lineup. Always scary, the SF safe lane. I do think that last time, lately at least, they haven't really been picking SF safe lane anymore, which is surprising because it literally every time wins the lane.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, it's crazy because it became
5 seconds
popular
left.
very quickly and then it died out like overnight.
And I still don't know why. Because it was really
No
good.
one knows why.
Like, I was pretty impressed with how much work it did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he hits really hard and he has such a strong level 15 timing, but apparently other heroes are strong too.
I mean, Dusa otherwise gets perma picked. This time, however, luckily enough banned because I'm getting a little bit tired of watching, you know, games go to 30 minutes and then, oh, the Dusa's too strong to kill. Okay, let's forfeit.
Yeah, Dusa is not the most exciting hero to watch. I just want Meepo to be strong again. That hero is always intense.
I want Brood to be strong again. Brood, Lone
no.
Druid. I mean, the problem is, if they're strong, it means that I'm going to have to face against them in my pubs, which is also a part that I don't like. But I like watching, you know, just like with the Tinker, I love watching pros play Tinker. I don't want it ever in my games, ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to see like teams have a coordinated effort to try and shut down a Tinker and like crazy dives and huge plays, and in your team it's just a dude sitting in the
Radiant's
trees,
ban now.
re-arming and shooting missiles, and you just want to go home.
Ah, Lord, you have the version where he literally just blinks on you and
Radiant's
keeps
turn
on
to
blinking on you, where it's literally he's not hitting you, he's just on top of you and you can't move. So Timber saw a very good pickup against both a Tide and a Snap. Of course, amazing against strength-based heroes.
Mm-hmm. This is a very early Timber pick. I guess they're not
10
too scared
seconds.
because OD is already out. But still, this is leaving a lot of
seconds
time for Inverse to try and counter this pick.
With the Timber, I would assume that it's probably going to be a Hoodwink 4, because it's, you know, slightly
Dyer's
better for
turn to
roaming,
pick.
and Tusk will probably get some, you know, safe lane, range. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a range hero, but Tusk can definitely bully out a Tidehunter if you add in pretty much anything with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is a Gyro
10
5.
seconds.
That's also, like, something that continues to be played.
5 seconds left.
Even though when it pretty much came up, it was like you had those weird supports, Gyro support and Luna support, and it's so sad to me that Luna support is the one that died out.
Yeah, can't have
Radiant
everything
pick.
in life. Okay, I guess it's not gonna be Gyro's fault. Unless it's Witch Doctor Core, but that would be mildly surprising to me. Or it could be Snapfire mid, I suppose.
Tide position 5.
10
Okay,
seconds.
let's go.
It's 5 Witch Doctor, 3 Tide, 2
5 seconds
Snapfire,
left.
and 1 or 4
It's
Gyro.
Dyer's ban now.
Oh my god. Well, hey, if we don't have the Dusa, we might as well pick up the Sniper, even though it is also not necessarily the most fun hero to watch. Could have a problem in the laning stage if you're not careful. Does probably have the Tusk to
10
keep him
seconds.
out of harm's way. But
Yeah,
definitely
it's always really
dangerous.
scary to
5
play
seconds
against
left.
the Tusk, but really nice to play with the Tusk as a sniper.
You really need to make sure that you don't get
Radiant's
out of
turn to
position
ban.
once. Because if it's a Snapfire 4, which right now it looks very likely, and you cookie the Tide on top of the Sniper, Sniper's just dead.
Mm-hmm.
If this is, of course, a safe lane Sniper, which currently I'm going off of. It could also still be a mid Sniper, which exists
10
for some
seconds.
reason. But with the creation of
5
all those
seconds
Spirit
left.
heroes, I would definitely advise against the mid Sniper, because, well, once
It's
they get like
Dyer's
2-3
ban.
levels on the Void Spirit, well, they're actually banning out all the Spirit heroes currently. It becomes really
No
hard for the
spirits
Sniper
allowed.
to lane.
Yeah, I'm curious what they're gonna pick as a match for Sniper, because Sniper is really annoying to deal with in lane. There are
10
very few
seconds.
heroes that actually win against him, even though he doesn't have a ton of base damage. He
5
just has a
seconds
great
left.
animation, and the combination of headshot and take aim is pretty difficult to play against. I mean, I'm gonna use this game as like inspiration of how to beat this hero, because I honestly don't know either.
The safe lane sniper. Well, most of the time you just get like a Weaver and get on top of him, where it doesn't matter what range he has. But unfortunately for them, Weaver keeps getting permabanned.
I don't think safe lane sniper is that much of a problem. When you are on the safe/off lane, there is a lot more space to chase someone. On mid lane, someone just takes one step back and then they're at the tower. But we'll see.
Well, I assume it's gonna be a safe lane sniper, considering they're just constantly panning out mid laners on both sides.
Could be, yeah. Usually, I wouldn't be a huge fan of it, but against the Tidehunter, it's totally fine, because they can't really come close. Like, it is a really difficult lane if you're playing against a Slido or something, because they just run at you and start punching.
Dire's turn to pick.
Dimmersar is actually having a pretty tough lane, though. He's up against a Witch Doctor and a Gyro, which most likely is up against a Witch Doctor Gyro. That's like a gazillion magic damage. Oh, he should have a pretty tough lane. I assume both offlaners are going to struggle.
Yeah.
5
Like,
seconds
Timber
left.
really relies on winning his lane, and against Witch Doctor Gyro, oof, good luck with that. So much magic damage.
Well, they actually banned out 3 of the spirits. There's only the earth left.
Would be a pretty good pick here for inverse. Like,
Radiant
can
pick.
reliably get on top of the sniper. It's tanky. Okay.
This here's where you choose your hero.
2 pretty... tough cores to deal with on the Gorilla Sprite. Not necessarily if you get on top of them, but the problem lies more in getting on top of them. I mean, a Lina sniper are most of the time miles away from the fight, or, well, in Lina's case, just too fast to even catch. Even though they do have a bit of catch on the inverse side, it is going to be a pretty tough game in that regard, but it does look like a sniper save. Lina mid against the Quap. I mean, there's definitely kill potential on both sides, but Lina wins against, like, everything.
Yeah, it's curious to me that they pick up the Lina, because Lina and Sniper are literally the same hero. They just stand at a range and they turn off their brain and they A-click the enemy throne.
Well, it does mean that you've got high ground push, especially if you put the Timber Saw in front, but that is pretty much Genex and Kara's job this game. They need to peel everyone off of the Sniper Lina, and they've got a little bit of cash on the inverse side. It's not superb. I definitely am expecting Blink Daggers on both the Tide and the Snap. And the Snap in that case with the Shard to get the stun in. And the Quap added in. It could be very dangerous, especially for the Sniper. I think Lina should be a lot more comfortable because, well, first item is bot, second item is BKB.
Yeah, let's see if the double sniper pick can work for G-Pride.
I'm gonna have to quickly restart my Dota because I literally only see the Radiant team's camera.
Oh, already missed first blood.
Oh,
Feels
if
bad, man.
only. Well, maybe they can pause right now.
I see a 5-man smoke, but it's just avoiding smoke.
Oh, yes, yes. Yes, Steam was unable to blah, blah, blah with blah, blah, blah. You know, have had some issues with your syncing your cloud with the... What? Syncing the cloud? Come on.
Right. Nothing has been missed so far. Just team standing on hills, menacingly.
Well, I'd be more terrified of the Lina sniper high ground. How are you going to push against that is actually the big problem here. Like, if they stand on the high ground, there's no chance that you can push against a sniper Lina with a gyrocopter as your building hitter.
Also, Gyro just ruined his own lane by eating a fairy fire. Game is practically over.
Yeah, GG, well played. 47
Boy.
attack damage, garbage.
Yep.
Whew. Okay, Meepo. Play your
He
cards
just
right.
reduced
This
his
thing will
damage
land
by
on
like
easy
5%.
street.
Feels bad, man.
Still is the weirdest thing to see Quelling Blades on literally every safe laner.
Mm-hmm.
Don't Sniper, I mean, well, actually both of them have garbage auto attack damage. Only the difference is Sniper, of course, has that Fairy Fire for the extra 2. Starting off to get a first blood top lane. I don't really know what G Pride would. Okay. Interesting choice. They both walk out, which does nothing, and then they just TP towards the bottom lane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe if they got a better block, they would have had a chance. Ooh, look.
Tag team.
Pops on the bottom lane.
Plus sniper headshot, always great. Monty dropping low. Doesn't want to pop his healing salve already, because it's sad. It's $100 that you're wasting.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, that is kind of the point of buying it, right? When you're low.
But you just want it for, you know, viewing purposes.
Mm-hmm.
The threat of the healing salve is scarier than the healing salve itself.
It looks so shiny.
Rip all them tangos though.
Deforestation is a serious issue, people.
Swap mid, not too surprising. Losing against Alina wouldn't be the first, definitely won't be the last.
Yeah, especially because she doesn't have a point in blink, so every time she comes close for the Shadow Strike, she just eats a Dragon Slave and like 3 auto attacks.
That mid lane is gonna need some infused raindrops ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely an item I should buy more. I always forget about the fact that that item exists, and then I just, you know, as a 4 or 5 position support, you walk around and then boom. Oh, I just got one shot. Cool.
But if you buy Raindrops, you get 1 shot, and they also take away like 225 gold. Feels bad, man.
Yeah. But I'm just such a greedy support. Who cares about 225 gold?
Good point.
Just play Coddle, farm your course stacks, easy.
Imbecile actually having a pretty good lane here at top. Hasn't really felt too pressured by this Witch Doctor at all.
You kind of need Maldic level 2 to do any damage with it.
Mm-hmm. Of course, he is taking literally no right click. Oh, that's aggressive.
Thanks and have fun.
That one was pretty neat by Dismar.
A sniper is dead too, though. Most likely.
Oh, died. Is actually the one dying first, so XP for now the process. And some nice trades coming out, while in the meantime Quap trying to take down the Lina in mid. Does have a Fairy Fire, he's trying to bait Miggy in, but the bait was a nice attempt, however not that well thought of, and Lina will just be able to recharge the bottle, probably even grab the water rune, and then be back to full HP in the river.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta love those mid lane matchups where both the heroes are squishy glass cannons. But Quap is almost a full level behind now.
Still not picking up the blink. Just in a dangerous game at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great. Let's get the boots now, which is gonna help a little bit, but still. It's not the dream start.
Oh, stealing 2 bounty runes as well. That's still the starting of the game bounty rune on the floor there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's a big fat
That is
mistake.
sad. Yep.
That is one of those moments where your mid laner's like, no, leave the bounty rune there. I'll pick it up when I want to recharge my bottle, and then completely forget about that fact. That's why you should never listen to your mid laner if they say that.
Mm-hmm.
Radiant's
just-
middle tower's not
They never
Should
pick it up.
categorically never listen to mid laners. They don't know anything.
I wouldn't go that far, but
Just mute your mid every single game. Thank me later.
oh, mid gang coming out Dismar. There is a blink available, but LSA did not connect. No mana for the Laguna, and the Quap does blink back to safety while the Witch Doctor does continue his TP, so he's going to take a little bit of that mid farm while Gyro has to solo up against the Timber Saw. Shouldn't be too problematic for the time being. Very little action so far. The only big difference is the fact that the Lina is just styling on this Quap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she has 1,000 more net worth at 6 minutes. That's painful.
Yeah, it's very close to doubling it. I mean, she has about the same net worth as a position for Hoodwink, who's got 1 kill and 4 creep kills. Adrian on the
That's
run.
when you know the start of your game is rough.
You can't timber chain your enemy.
Intimidation timber chain, very strong.
Oh, always a scary prospect. But did not manage to get the kill. In the meantime, bottom lane, Arzen dropping low. Now, once that last auto tag walks underneath the tower, takes a couple of hits. Actually, Monty headshots a painful threat. But now needs to be careful not to dive too deep. Will at least force them back. But it's a 2k net worth lead in 7 minutes. That is a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At least I got the Tusk kill. That's nice.
Yeah, it's a position 5 Dusk.
Well, ain't this cute?
Slash Gary.
Ooh.
Is smart.
Tower's under
Nah,
attack.
no. Hoodwink does too much
So
damage.
Think I'll pass. My
I have
uncle
no
went to the
idea.
doctor once and never came back.
Hoodwink's a fun
The
hero.
doctor just disappeared.
It's like not too OP of one of the new heroes, but it's still fun. Nice snowball in from Janek. Miggy dropping low. Does die beforehand, so again the experience on towards the Lina. Monty pops his ulti. Janek with the
Gets
quick
the
counter
D-word.
ward, but should definitely die. Throwing out the Maldic for good measure in the end. Yeah, worthwhile, even though it looked like it was problematic. In the meantime, Adrian on the Gyro is just farming the jungle. That is sad because Gyro is not necessarily the greatest farming hero early on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is a bad sign, but I guess that's exactly why G-Pride picked Timbersaw. Just to pressure the top lane really hard. That is exactly what he's doing. Even when he is quote-unquote countered, there's still a lot of pressure.
Held your feet to the fire.
Well, Lina going for the bot's first item. Very surprising. Never would have expected that move. Oh, we have the Gyro again with the Chrysalis first item.
Radiant's
been
middle
a-
tower is under attack.
While since I've
Yeah,
seen
it's
that
been a
build up.
while. Uh-huh.
Dire's
this
top
smart.
tower might be going down.
Eh. Little dunk.
Double damage.
No real issue there, Adrian. Underneath the tower. Kara doesn't have any reactive armor
Dire's
stack,
middle
so
tower's in
can't
trouble.
really tank the tower hits.
Dire again?
Worthy.
And the tie bottom is
Dire's middle tower is falling.
gonna pop the Ravage. Monty walking in, doesn't have his ult available, but they're gonna go in for now. Cookie stun comes out, sniper dropping low, snowball save on towards Arzent. Now on the run, will be getting caught by Miggy, and the rest have to be careful. That cast bounce is deadly. Dismar, however, not gonna be hunted in the tree lines. Big double kill, especially taking down now, is huge for Inverse.
Dire's top tower is about to be Radiant's top
But even with this, Corp is still 1,500 gold behind the Lina.
Who is now done with the bot, so you can't go for that play ever again because she'll just TP.
There's a huge deficit, but maybe Miggy can come back from it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Timbersaw just pushing out the top lane. Tier 2, we're 10 minutes in. Just doing Timbersaw things.
Tower is under attack.
Yep, he even has a hood, so it's so hard to take him down, even with multiple heroes.
This will come in handy.
And an infused raindrop on top. Because, well, it does give a little bit of mana regen. Actually, it gives a lot of mana regen.
The chipped vest is so nice for Timbersaw as well. Not necessarily the regen, but you're gonna be tanking creeps anyway, so actually deals pretty good damage.
We're gonna go in. Maledict. He's taking a heap of damage, and that should be enough to take him down. He's gonna go for the TP attempt, but Mortimer's Kiss is just for good measure. Means the Timber finally does fall.
Very nice kill there. I mean, Infos is leading in kills, and they keep finding new ones. Ooh, Adrian. Slightly scary there. Farming with 400 HP against the Lina Tusk.
Bottom.
Ooh.
Break on the tide. Bismar on the chase. Can't get the kill. Ice Shards comes through. Snowball. Oh, doesn't manage to get there fast
TP.
enough.
Now he runs back to the lane with half HP.
Dire's bottom tower.
I mean, he has Ravage. I guess they might want to consider going for a fight.
Dire's
To
bottom
catch
tower
out
is
the
getting
Lina, that
pushed
would be a
around.
pretty big pickup. Gyro TPing in. Does have... No, doesn't have his call down available anymore. Homing Missile on the chase. But Lina, honestly, is fast enough to right-click the homing missile, run, right-click the homing missile, run, right-click the homing missile. Even making sure that she gets out. Gannick, though, Tusk is going to get tagged up. Cookie stun, the wrong direction. Bad communication. Gannick, he's got the infused range up to try and keep him alive. Snowball as well, but he's just keeping them occupied. Like, he knows he's going to die. But keep them busy for as long as possible so that in the meantime, Kara can again continue farming top. We've got ourselves the Lina in mid, getting very close to it towards the BKB already. And now even on the Sniper, Shadow Blade will be next. I mean, Lina and Sniper are kind of both silver edge builders,
Dire's top tower is under
which
attack.
is amazing against Tide.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh,
is
for
under
sure.
attack.
It's just so nice on Sniper to have that mix of a bit more damage and mobility.
Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand.
Dismar. Just doing hoodwink things out of the trees, stunning someone up, going for a snipe, running away, and they just, you start looking for him. But you can never find, just like with the Treant who geeks in a meteor hammer, there's no reason to chase.
Top tower ain't a tower no more.
Oh, this time though, Dismar. Actually, the Quap barely has anything. I was thinking, oh, the Quap maybe has some. He's still
Dire's top
fit,
tower
trying
is
to finish
about
up his
be
Kaya.
Radiant's top rubble. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand.
I think he wants to do something on mid, but it's so hard to engage on a hoodwink. And hoodwink almost has a Veil of Discord, so that's gonna be even more damage. We already discussed just how much damage hoodwink did for no reason, but now it's gonna be 18% more.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He not gonna get sniped, gets himself away. Fill of Discord, also one of those items that I just never tend to really want to buy.
It is really nice if you start with the Basilius, because then you're already like 1/3 done.
I mean, I
This
know
is a
it's
quick road.
it's like Medallion and stuff. It's a really good item. I just know I will always forget to use it, which is kind of the big problem.
Yeah, then it's probably not worth it. When I buy items, I tend to want to use them.
Hurt on Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah,
Fortified the structures. Pretty good move if you ask
but that's why you're also way better than me.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, look at this scary Lina with now an Aegis on top. BKB 1,000 gold away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Throwing out their own voice. Actually, Inverse throwing out the Gorilla's Pride voice lines. That's a nice touch.
Mind games.
Ultimate Kisses onto the Tusk. Barely takes any damage because Infused Raindrops is amazing. Ooh, but it doesn't do anything against pure damage from Miggy. I actually saw something very cool a couple of days ago. Or was it? I think so. Maybe it was yesterday actually. I have a very blurry memory. But there was a team that killing someone, and they actually waited the what is it, 7 seconds for the next proc of infused. Yeah, 7 seconds cooldown. They waited for the next cooldown proc so that they could wane down the infused raindrops. So they made sure they didn't kill him just to lower the raindrops amount that he had.
Right. That is like waiting 7 seconds to waste 40 gold.
Dire's top tower is
True,
about to be
but they were
Radiant's
like
top
auto attacking him the entire time instead of spamming their spells.
Radiant's middle
And they
tower
did
is
it in
under
a way
attack.
where, you know, at least it doesn't
Dire's
waste
top
mana,
tower is
I
under
guess.
attack.
They didn't have like very solid heroes to get. I can't even remember the lineup that did that, but it was pretty fun to watch.
Always, always, always watch where you walk.
And if it's two supports doing it, then who cares?
Haste.
Ooh, Dismar on the run.
There are no kisses, so he or she should be fine.
Haha! Just the old classic annoyance. You know, Bounty Hunter does it, Treant does it, just a haha out of the trees TP.
Yep. So delightful.
Gyro's
We have a
almost done with the
BKB on
beat,
Lina.
but Gyro's almost done with the Ags, which is a pretty nice pickup. Though they're still miles behind, 5k net with lead for
Radiant's
Gorilla's
bottom
Pride.
tower is under attack. Dire's middle
Yeah, but
tower
Charo
is
is doing alright. The problem is that Charo is a pretty poor matchup against the sniper.
Or Alina. Considering they're the same hero. But reskin. In comes Genna, quickly gets the kill. Actually, Miggy blown away. Ravage used by Arzent as well. Kara will be just fine, and they're just gonna lose everyone on the side of Inverse. Nice little sniper. I mean, even their ultis are stupidly similar. Big nuke,
Yep.
big nuke. Well, okay, big nuke, medium-sized nuke.
Dire's middle tower looks to be disintegrating.
Tower mid still has backdoor protection for now, but it's
Dire's
gonna drop
structures
pretty
are
fast now.
fortified. Dire's middle tower
Unless
looks to be
fortification is
disintegrating.
used, of course. This Timber is pretty greedy for a man with 900 HP.
Well, that 900 HP is already 1200, 1300, 1400, and almost full HP. And that is the magic of annoying piece of crap hero who will not encounter a break effect this entire game. Oh no, maybe the Gyro could actually use that Crystallis to make it Silver Edge.
Yeah, it is an option. Just to counter the Gyro, the sniper, by making sure his range gets reduced.
And headshot, I think.
Uh-huh.
More
For a hero
fuel for
with
my
2
fire.
semi-passives, one
Radiant are
like has
standing
take aim has an active component as well, but it's still mostly about the range. But sniper really doesn't care about range.
Not really. I mean, if you get broken, it means normally that someone's on top of you, which is twice as scary. Okay, they are chasing for more. Snowball going in very deep here by Genek. Surrounded by enemies is keeping them busy for the time being. And that's a great catch by Dismar. Snipe comes through as well. Slosh should just tick down in the trees. And honestly, this Hoodwink has done a lot of work this game.
Yeah, for sure. She just keeps finding the net somehow.
Dire's middle tower looks to be disintegrating.
Other heroes we haven't seen as much of.
Ain't looking too steady.
Like, I kind of forgot that Timber was even in the game.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
But he's been just doing his job,
Radiant's
pressuring
top
lanes.
tower is
It's
under
not
attack.
the most exciting job, but someone's gotta do it.
Yeah, just, you know, stand AFK. They can't kill you. Makes them sad. Break their entire emotional pool. Everything just destroyed. As is currently the map of Inverse. They've got 2 outer towers left, bottom tier 1 and tier 2. And honestly, like, Inverse, how are you gonna high ground defend against a sniper Lina? Like, if you at least had something along the lines of like a Mars or, you know, a Tiny, even though Tiny never gets picked anyway, you at least have a way of like having a threat of getting them in your, but they never even have to get close.
Oh no. Oh no. That's not how you come back into the game.
No, that's normally a moment where your cores get ultra triggered.
Feels bad, man.
Money to burn.
They don't even
Dire's
get
bottom tower
bounties.
is under attack.
Now, what do you have to fear on the side of the Gorilla's Pride? The only thing that you would really be scared of would be a Ravage into Sonic Wave combo. Like, that's the only way that it feels like they can turn this around.
Yeah, they need like a 5-man Ravage into 5-man Sonic Wave into Mortimer's Kisses, into a 5-man Cookie,
Radiant's top tower's
into a
above
5-man Cooldown,
Dire's bottom
and then maybe they have a chance.
Dire's bottom
No, if they hit all of that, then they're definitely dead on the side of Gorilla's Pride. Oh, Adrian in the trees. Speaking of definitely dead. Even his career doesn't escape.
Oops, it's
No
dead.
escape.
I'm currently having lags.
All wrapped up for takeaway.
You as well, or is it only me?
I am completely fine.
Okay, then I have no idea what's going on currently.
G-Pride missed like all of their abilities, but they're still gonna get Mickey.
Wait, Sniper just chilling in the enemies, trying. I mean, while all of that's going on, Sniper's just waiting there until someone walks up the high ground, gets a nice easy kill, can kill anyone in the game right now. I mean, Tide would technically be the only one, but he's got Silver Edge, so he can break him. Arzent only has 1700 HP, and the Sniper does a decent amount of damage, with, of course, a crit behind it.
He's getting a BKB now as well, and once he completes that, I have no idea how they're gonna kill this sniper.
Well,
I mean, I already don't really have an idea, because they would need to somehow jump in with Ravage, but Tide is getting solo killed.
They're unstoppable.
and that Ravage, well, he does have a buyback, so he could buy back Blink Ravage. Well, TP Blink Ravage. However, it's gonna be pretty tough. I assume Gorilla's Pride are just, to be safe, are just gonna wait for Roshan to respawn, get the Aegis Shard. Who gets the Shard? I guess Timbersaw? Backs up pushing power? I mean,
Yeah.
Lina's is
I
garbage.
suppose.
Snipers is actually could be pretty cool. It is a disengage.
Yeah, I reckon it's gonna go to the Timber just for the pushing.
Ever seen someone bleed out?
But it's gonna be almost another 2 minutes before Roche spawns.
They smoke.
So
They lose this fight. It might just be a GG.
see what they can do.
2 supports being spotted. Mortimer's Kisses, though, being used. Nothing being connected. Ravage gets blown. They manage to find themselves nothing with that Ravage. Sonic Wave, however, gets rid of 1 support, but the Lina just does too much damage and way too quick. In comes the Sniper as well. They're going to go for the Tide Hunter, who is in a pretty big pickle. This Mars secures that kill. Hunt for more. Get everything and everyone. And yeah, they got a kill onto the Tusk position 5, and it cost them pretty much a set of racks. Roshan behind it, maybe their entire base.
Yeah, they had to do something because, of course, we as casters, we know when Roche is gonna spawn. All that Inverse knows is that they have a Ravage ready, Roche could be up, and they see no one on the map.
And while this game is pretty much like, you're at the point where whatever you do does not make any difference because your mid laner is 6k ahead of the enemy's mid laner, and yeah, it's going for a Mask of Madness, which I highly doubt.
I mean, he can buy whatever he wants. He bought a Blink as well, just for the means.
Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand.
You engage on someone like Quop with your Silver Edge, they escape, they blink away, you blink after them. And that's how you win TI.
Radiant's bottom tower needs
If only it was that easy. Why blink? Forehead. 22k net with lead in a 26-minute game. And they haven't even broken high ground. They actually have broken high ground. They haven't completely destroyed high ground. Tarzan.
Side helper.
Help! Just staring at the ice shards. Please no. Please don't.
She actually finished Mask of Madness.
Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand.
Wow. Okay, that's an interesting choice.
Well, she does need some more attack speed. That is what Lina is known for. Just attacking so slowly. She doesn't even use it.
Very disappointing. Nice aesthetic, I guess.
I'm really curious to see if her attack speed could be faster.
Well, Slaw pops his ulti, tries to get anything done, and they
It's
not
actually
look
a
at
lot
that.
faster.
Still, of course, has the Aegis and BKB, so gets a nice double kill, walks away.
Went up from once per 0.27 seconds to one attack per 0.23 seconds.
Value. Problem is now she couldn't get that third fiery soul stacks up. The only big downside.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Look at that turret range. He doesn't even have the 125 attack range talent yet. Or even like Dragonlance. Lina's attack range is insane, especially with the growth bow. Then you've got the one with the actual insane attack range behind it. Ravage going in, but Lina has the Aegis, not the best target to kill. At least it is a target to kill, but they will in the meantime lose everyone and everything. I mean, what is there to say? You just have a sniper literally AFK right-clicking everyone down. Shut it down, annihilated, 1,000 gold net worth advantage per minute. You don't get to see that kind of a difference that often.
Yeah, what a stomp. Inverse could just do nothing all game. They lost all of their lanes. Their map movements got completely red. G-Pride looking very good in this series so far.
Yeah, that was, I mean, there's not really that much to talk about. They just got stomped. It's as simple as that. However, there's still a chance to try and get themselves back in the game, but that means they need to win the second map. And for that to happen, we need to go to a short break. So we'll be right back for map number 2 between the Gorillas, Pride, and Inverse. See you in a bit.